Most seniors believe they are doing everything right. They eat less sugar. They walk every morning. They take medicines on time. Yet, their energy keeps dropping. Their skin looks dull. Their digestion weakens. Their joints feel stiff. Their mind feels slower than before. And they ask the same question every day. Why am I aging so fast? Here's the uncomfortable truth no one talks about. It's not always the food. It's not always the medicine. And it's definitely not just old age. In most cases, it's the way you drink water. Yes, the most basic habit of life is silently harming millions of seniors. People drink water when they're thirsty. They gulp it down quickly. They drink ice-cold water. They drink large amounts at the wrong time. And then they wonder why digestion collapses, why blood pressure fluctuates, why kidneys feel weak, why the body feels tired even after resting. Water can heal you, but water can also weaken you if you drink it the wrong way. And the most shocking part, most seniors have never been taught the correct way to drink water for aging bodies. In this video, I will reveal why common water habits are silently accelerating aging, the scientifically and traditionally proven ways seniors should drink water, how correct hydration can improve digestion, skin, joints, heart, brain, and energy, and how this single habit can make you feel lighter, calmer, and younger within weeks. If you are over 50 or if you care about someone who is, this video can change daily health forever. Before we begin, like this video so it reaches more seniors who need this truth. Subscribe to the channel because we talk about the things most people realize too late. Now listen carefully, because what you're about to learn is simple, but powerful enough to add quality years to your life. 1. Stop drinking water only when you feel thirsty. Most seniors believe thirst is the body politely asking for water. It isn't. Thirst is the body begging after damage has already begun. When you finally feel thirsty, your body is already behind, sometimes by hours. Blood has already thickened. Circulation has already slowed. Cells are already struggling to do the simplest tasks. But aging bodies don't sound alarms loudly anymore. With age, the thirst signal weakens. That means many seniors live in a constant state of silent dehydration, not enough to collapse, but enough to slowly drain life from the body every single day. Think about this. How many times have you felt tired for no clear reason? Heavy-headed? Dry-mouthed? Constipated? Low on energy even after sleeping well? Most people blame age, but very often, it's dehydration quietly sabotaging the body from within. Dehydration is not just about dry lips or dry skin. Inside the body, it is far more dangerous. When water levels drop, blood becomes thicker like oil instead of free-flowing water. The heart now has to pump harder just to push this thickened blood through narrow, aging vessels. This constant strain increases fatigue, raises blood pressure, and slowly exhausts the heart. At the same time, digestion suffers. The stomach needs water to break down food. Without it, digestion slows, gas builds, acidity increases, and nutrients pass through the body without being fully absorbed. You may eat healthy food every day, yet your body starves quietly because there isn't enough water to process it. And then come the joints. Cartilage is mostly water. When dehydration becomes a habit, joints lose lubrication. Movement becomes stiff. Pain appears in knees, shoulders, and lower back. Seniors often think this pain is unavoidable aging, but in many cases, it is the body drying from the inside out. Muscles weaken. Balance declines. Even the brain begins to suffer. Dehydration reduces oxygen delivery to the brain, causing fogginess, slower thinking, forgetfulness, and mood swings. Seniors may feel irritable, anxious, or low, without realizing that the brain is simply asking for water in a language they no longer hear clearly. Here's the cruel part. By the time thirst appears, damage has already started. That signal is late. It's outdated. It worked well when you were young, but aging changes the rules. Relying on thirst after 50 is like waiting for smoke instead of checking the fire. The solution is not drinking large amounts at once. That only shocks the system. The real solution is respectful, regular hydration, small sips, spread throughout the day, even when you don't feel like it, even when thirst is silent. Think of water like medicine, not a reaction, but a prevention. A few sips every 30-40 minutes keeps blood thin, digestion active, joints lubricated, and cells alive. It keeps the internal environment calm, balanced, and youthful. Seniors who adopt this habit often notice subtle but powerful changes. Less fatigue, better digestion, reduced joint stiffness, clearer thinking, calmer mood, softer skin, more stable energy. Not in months, in weeks. Your body doesn't need more effort. It needs more awareness. Don't wait for thirst to remind you, because by then, your body has already paid the price. Drink water before the warning, and let your body finally breathe again. 2. Never gulp water. Sip like medicine. When you were young, your body was forgiving. You could eat fast. You could drink carelessly. You could abuse it, and it would recover. But aging changes the rules. An older body does not bounce back. It absorbs, it remembers, and it reacts slowly but deeply. That's why something as simple as how you drink water can either heal you or quietly harm you. Most seniors gulp water the moment they remember to drink. One glass gone in seconds. Sometimes two, especially after a walk, after coming home, or after feeling thirsty. It feels natural. It feels relieving. But inside the body, something very different is happening. When a large amount of water hits the system all at once, the digestive system panics. The stomach's natural heat, often called the digestive fire, gets diluted instantly. Food that was being processed suddenly slows down. Enzymes weaken. Digestion becomes incomplete. Gas forms. Acidity rises. The stomach feels heavy instead of relieved. Many seniors complain, "I drink water, yet I feel bloated. I drink water, yet my digestion is weak." This is why. But digestion is only one part of the story. Gulping water creates a sudden surge in blood volume. For a younger heart, this surge is manageable. For an aging heart, it is a shock. Blood pressure can fluctuate unexpectedly. The heart must suddenly pump harder to manage the increased load. Over time, this repeated stress contributes to fatigue, dizziness, and cardiovascular strain, often without obvious warning signs. Then comes the brain. A sudden rush of water can momentarily disturb electrolyte balance. Seniors may feel lightheaded, sleepy, or mentally dull after gulping water, especially on an empty stomach or in the heat. They don't connect it to water. They think it's weakness. But the body is simply reacting to being overwhelmed. Now, imagine a different approach. Instead of flooding the system, you introduce water slowly, sip by sip, calm, controlled, respectful. When water mixes with saliva, it begins digestion in the mouth itself. Saliva contains enzymes that prepare the stomach gently. The body recognizes this water as a friend, not a shock. Absorption becomes smoother. Blood volume rises gradually. The heart stays relaxed. The nervous system stays calm. This is why ancient health systems always said, "Drink water like medicine, not like punishment." Sipping water slowly does something even deeper. It teaches the body safety. Aging bodies thrive on gentleness. When the system feels safe, healing accelerates. Inflammation reduces. Energy stabilizes. Digestion improves not just because of water, but because stress leaves the body. Seniors who adopt this habit often report something surprising. They feel more energized drinking less water simply because it's absorbed better. No heaviness, no bloating, no sudden fatigue, just steady, calm hydration. Think of your body like dry soil. If you dump a bucket of water on it, most of it runs away. But if you sprinkle slowly, the soil absorbs everything. Your body works the same way. You don't need to force health. You need to allow it. So the next time you reach for water, pause, take a breath, sip slowly. Let your body feel respected again. Because at this stage of life, how you do something matters more than how much you do it. 3. Avoid ice-cold water. It shocks aging organs. Ice-cold water feels powerful. It feels refreshing. It feels like life rushing back into the body. But for an aging body, it is not refreshment. It is a shock. Most seniors don't realize this because the damage is silent. There is no immediate pain, no instant warning, just a slow tightening inside the body that feels like normal aging, until one day it isn't. When ice-cold water enters an older body, the first thing that happens is constriction. Blood vessels tighten suddenly. Circulation slows. The heart has to push harder to move blood through narrowed pathways. This may last only minutes, but repeated daily, it becomes a habit the body remembers. That's why many seniors feel sudden heaviness in the chest, stiffness in the neck, or a dull headache after drinking cold water, especially in the morning or after meals. They don't connect it to water, but the body does. Then comes digestion. An aging digestive system already works with limited heat. When cold water hits the stomach, it extinguishes that heat instantly, like pouring cold water on a flame. Food that was being digested suddenly stalls. Enzymes slow down. Gas forms. Acidity increases. Nutrients don't absorb fully. You may eat good food. You may eat on time, but digestion feels weak. Not because your body failed, but because you chilled it from the inside. Now think about the joints. Joints are not solid hinges. They are living, lubricated structures. Cold causes tissues to stiffen and fluids to thicken. Over time, repeated cold exposure through water contributes to knee stiffness, shoulder pain, lower back tightness, and reduced flexibility. Seniors often say, "My joints feel tight for no reason." There is a reason. Cold water trains the body to contract. And contraction is the enemy of aging well. Even immunity suffers. Cold water suppresses immune response temporarily by diverting energy inward to stabilize body temperature. For younger bodies, recovery is quick. For older bodies, recovery is slow. Over time, this contributes to frequent colds, slow healing, and a general feeling of weakness. Now imagine the opposite. Water that is room temperature or slightly warm enters the body gently. Blood vessels relax instead of tightening. Circulation improves. The heart works calmly, not forcefully. Digestion awakens instead of freezing. Kidneys filter smoothly. Joints remain supple instead of stiff. Warm water doesn't fight the body. It cooperates with it. That's why seniors who switch to warm or normal water often notice subtle but powerful changes. Less bloating, better bowel movement, reduced joint pain, calmer nerves, stable energy, improved sleep. Not because warm water is magical, but because it respects aging physiology. And here's the truth many don't like to hear. Warm water is not old-fashioned. It is not superstition. It is not weakness. It is age-appropriate intelligence. Just like you wouldn't run barefoot on rough ground at 70 the way you did at 20, you cannot pour ice into an aging body and expect it to respond the same way. Youth tolerates extremes. Wisdom avoids them. So the next time you reach for ice-cold water, pause. Ask yourself, do I want momentary relief or long-term strength? Choose water that calms your system, not challenges it. Because at this stage of life, gentleness is not softness, it is survival. 4. Morning water is not optional, it's non-negotiable. Every night, while you sleep, your body works silently to keep you alive. Your heart keeps beating. Your lungs keep breathing. Your liver keeps detoxifying. Your kidneys keep filtering. But there's one thing your body does not receive for 6 to 8 long hours: water. By morning, the body is dry from the inside. Blood becomes thicker. Circulation slows. Toxins that were processed overnight are waiting to be flushed out, but there is no water to carry them away. Digestion is asleep. The bowels are inactive. The system is alive, but not awake. Most seniors wake up and immediately reach for tea, coffee, or medication. Some delay drinking water for hours. They start their day already dehydrated, and then wonder why the morning feels heavy, slow, and uncomfortable. This is not aging. This is neglect. The moment you wake up, your body is quietly asking for water. Not loudly, not dramatically, but urgently. If you ignore that request, the entire system begins the day in survival mode instead of healing mode. Thickened blood means the heart has to pump harder from the first minute of the day. This early morning strain is one of the reasons heart attacks and strokes are more common in the morning hours, especially among seniors who wake up dehydrated. Toxins that should be flushed remain circulating. They irritate tissues. They burden the liver. They slow mental clarity. You may feel groggy, stiff, or irritable for no clear reason. The body is trying to function with yesterday's waste still inside. Now imagine a different morning. You wake up. Before your feet touch the ground, you drink 1 or 2 glasses of lukewarm water. Not cold, not rushed, not optional. That water enters your system like a gentle alarm clock. It thins the blood. It relaxes blood vessels. It signals the kidneys to start filtering. It tells the intestines it's time to move. It wakes up digestion without shocking it. Within minutes, the body shifts from sleep mode to repair mode. Bowel movements become smoother and more regular. Constipation, one of the most common and dangerous problems in seniors, begins to reduce naturally. Metabolism activates gently, not forcefully. Energy rises without caffeine. The mind feels clearer because fresh circulation reaches the brain. And the kidneys, so fragile with age, receive what they need most: water at the right time. Morning hydration prevents concentrated urine, reduces kidney stress, and lowers the risk of stone formation and infections. Many seniors say, "I don't feel like drinking water in the morning." That's not a reason. That's the warning. When the body doesn't feel thirsty after a full night without water, it means the thirst mechanism has weakened. That is exactly why morning water becomes non-negotiable. Skipping it doesn't just affect digestion or bowels. It sets the tone for the entire day. Fatigue arrives earlier. Medicines feel heavier. Appetite becomes irregular. The body spends the day catching up instead of moving forward. Morning water is not a health trick. It is a reset button. Miss it and the system runs dry. Honor it and the body thanks you quietly all day long. If there is one habit a senior should protect fiercely, it is this one. Because the way you start your day decides how strongly your body carries you through it. 5. Don't drink large amounts during meals. This is one of the most common and most damaging habits among seniors. It looks harmless, it feels logical, and it is slowly destroying digestion. Many seniors drink large amounts of water while eating because food feels dry, swallowing feels difficult, or they believe water helps food go down easily. Some even keep refilling the glass, finishing meal after meal with half a liter of water inside their stomach. But inside the body, something very different is happening. Digestion is not just about food. It is about timing, balance, and internal chemistry. When you sit down to eat, your stomach prepares itself. Digestive juices, acids, and enzymes rise to the surface, ready to break food down, absorb nutrients, and send energy where it's needed. This process is delicate, especially in aging bodies where digestive strength is already reduced. Now imagine pouring a large volume of water into that carefully prepared environment. The digestive enzymes become diluted instantly. Acids weaken. The stomach loses its intensity. Food that should have been broken down thoroughly now floats half-digested, waiting, fermenting, and creating gas. This is why seniors often say, "I feel full, but not satisfied. I get bloated even after light meals. I feel sleepy or uncomfortable after eating." It's not always the food, it's the water. Excess water during meals stretches the stomach, slows digestion, and sends partially digested food into the intestines. When nutrients are not fully absorbed, the body slowly starves even while eating enough. This leads to a painful cycle: weak digestion, poor nutrient absorption, low energy, muscle loss, weak immunity, faster aging. Seniors may eat healthy diets, follow doctor advice, avoid junk food, and still feel weak. The missing link is often how digestion is supported, not what is eaten. Gas, acidity, and indigestion are not normal aging. They are signs of digestive interference. And the biggest interference is water at the wrong time. Now here is the truth that changes everything. The body needs water, but not while it is breaking down food. The rule is simple and powerful. Drink water 30 minutes before meals to prepare digestion. Take only small sips during meals if necessary. Drink water 30-45 minutes after eating to support absorption and elimination. This timing protects digestive enzymes instead of drowning them. When seniors follow this rule, something remarkable happens. Meals feel lighter, bloating reduces, gas disappears, energy improves after eating instead of collapsing. Nutrients finally reach muscles, bones, and organs. The body begins to rebuild instead of merely surviving. Good digestion is not about strong stomachs. It's about respecting the process. And digestion is deeply connected to aging. Poor digestion accelerates aging from the inside. It weakens tissues, dries joints, slows healing, and drains vitality. On the other hand, when digestion works smoothly, the body extracts maximum life from even simple food. This is why ancient wisdom always said, "Protect your digestion, and your age will protect itself." So the next time you sit down to eat, remember this. Your meal is not just food. It is fuel for your future. Don't drown it. Support it. Because good digestion doesn't just keep you comfortable, it keeps you young. 6. Evening water needs discipline. By evening, most seniors unknowingly fall into one of two extremes. Some stop drinking water too early. They fear frequent urination. They fear disturbed sleep. So they reduce water hour by hour until the body quietly dries out. Others do the opposite. They suddenly remember hydration late at night. They drink large glasses after dinner, before bed, sometimes even after lying down. Both habits harm the body, just in different ways. The aging body does not tolerate imbalance. It needs rhythm. When seniors drink too little water in the evening, dehydration sets in silently. Blood thickens again. Muscles cramp. The mouth feels dry. The brain becomes restless. Sleep becomes shallow, not because the bladder is full, but because the nervous system is stressed. Many seniors wake up at night feeling uneasy, thirsty, or anxious. They blame age. They blame insomnia. But often, the body is simply running on empty. Dehydration in the evening also burdens the kidneys. Urine becomes concentrated. Waste products irritate the urinary tract. Over time, this contributes to infections, burning sensation, and kidney stress, especially dangerous for aging organs that already work slower. Now look at the other extreme. Drinking too much water late at night creates a different kind of damage. The bladder is forced to work when the body should be resting. Sleep fragments. Seniors wake up repeatedly, not fully rested, not fully asleep. Each interruption strains the nervous system. Over time, this leads to daytime fatigue, poor concentration, mood swings, and weakened immunity. Sleep is not just rest. It is repair. And broken sleep means broken healing. Excess water at night also confuses kidney rhythm. Kidneys are designed to slow down filtration during sleep. Forcing them to work overtime disrupts hormonal balance and increases long-term stress on the renal system. So, what is the answer? Discipline, not restriction. The body needs hydration earlier, not later. Healthy seniors hydrate steadily from morning until evening. They don't rush water at night. They don't deprive the body earlier out of fear. They create a smooth curve, not spikes. The golden balance looks like this. Drink water consistently through the day. Stay well hydrated till early evening. Gradually reduce intake 1-2 hours before sleep. Take only small sips if truly thirsty at night. This simple rhythm calms the entire system. Blood stays thin but stable. Kidneys filter comfortably. The bladder rests at night. The nervous system relaxes. Sleep deepens naturally. Seniors who follow this discipline often report fewer nighttime bathroom trips, deeper, uninterrupted sleep, less morning fatigue, calmer evenings, reduced anxiety, not because they drank more water, but because they drank it at the right time. Evening habits decide night quality, and night quality decides how you age. You can eat well, you can exercise, you can take medicine, but if sleep is broken, healing slows. And water used wisely or carelessly can decide which side you fall on. So treat evening hydration with respect, because the body heals best when it is not disturbed, and water, when mistimed, can become that disturbance. 7. Water quality matters more with age. When we talk about drinking water, most people focus only on how much and when. Almost no one talks about what kind of water is entering the body. And for seniors, this silence is dangerous, because aging kidneys are not strong filters anymore. They are patient workers, slower, more sensitive, and easily strained. When you are young, the kidneys can tolerate poor quality water. They push through impurities, excess minerals, and chemical residues. But with age, this tolerance disappears. The kidneys still work, but every extra burden leaves a mark. Poor quality water does not cause pain immediately. It causes silent damage. Impurities in water, heavy metals, excess salts, chemical residues slowly accumulate in the blood. The kidneys must work harder to filter them. Over time, this constant strain reduces filtration efficiency. Waste lingers longer in the bloodstream. Toxins irritate tissues. Fatigue increases without explanation. Many seniors say, "I drink enough water, yet I feel tired. I urinate often, yet my body feels heavy." The problem is not quantity. It is quality. Now consider mineral overload. In many homes, water is either extremely hard or heavily treated. Some seniors drink untreated hard water rich in calcium and salts. Others drink aggressively purified RO water that removes all minerals. Both extremes are harmful. Excess minerals overload the kidneys, increasing the risk of stone formation and urinary irritation. On the other hand, mineral-stripped water pulls essential electrolytes from the body, weakening bones, muscles, and nerves over time. The aging body needs balance, not extremes. Water should support the kidneys, not challenge them. Clean, balanced, filtered water reduces kidney workload. It allows smooth filtration. Blood stays cleaner. Circulation improves. Organs receive nutrients without carrying unnecessary toxins. And here is something many don't realize. Clean water means clean blood. Blood is the body's delivery system. When it is clean, oxygen reaches tissues easily. Skin looks healthier. The brain functions better. Muscles recover faster. Joints remain lubricated. When blood is polluted even slightly, everything slows down. Aging accelerates not because time moves faster, but because internal systems become dirtier, heavier, and less efficient. This is why water quality directly affects how fast you age. Seniors who switch to clean, balanced water often notice reduced heaviness in the body, better urine color and flow, less burning or irritation, clearer skin, improved energy, reduced kidney discomfort. These changes don't come from medicine. They come from removing unnecessary stress. And here's an important truth. Extreme RO water without minerals is not always healthy for seniors unless advised by a doctor. Minerals like calcium, magnesium, and potassium are essential for nerve function, muscle strength, and bone health. Stripping them completely can weaken the body quietly over time. The goal is not purity at any cost. The goal is suitability. Water should be free from harmful impurities, balanced in natural minerals, easy for kidneys to process. Because kidneys are not just filters, they are life managers. Once kidney function weakens, every system suffers: heart, blood pressure, bones, nerves, and brain. Protecting kidney health is protecting your future. And the simplest way to do that every single day is to choose the right water. Clean water doesn't just quench thirst. It cleans the inside of your body. And a cleaner inside is the slowest way to age. As we conclude, water is not just a drink. It is a daily therapy for seniors. Drink it wrong and you age faster. Drink it right and the body heals quietly. If this video made you rethink your daily habits, like it, share it with someone over 50. Subscribe because the smallest habits decide the biggest outcomes. Your body is listening. Treat it wisely.